Good morning. It is 9:58 a.m. on Friday, May 27th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I've been up for a little bit. This is 5 more minutes. The adventure continues. I'm experiencing a brand new combination of symptoms every day, it seems. Today, I have a little bit of lingering congestion, but mostly I just have a headache. And so I kind of delayed recording this video for a little while, hoping to soothe that somewhat and have a little bit, but whoo. Yeah, I've definitely found that not only is it something I had to remember, but it's something I have to like continually reinforce, like moment by moment almost, to like let myself just actually recover at the rate that I'm actually recovering instead of having this pressure to feel like not merely being impatient to feel better, but feeling like I should be feeling better already, and because I'm not, that's because I'm being lazy somehow. At the same time, that line of thinking is obviously bad and should not be encouraged. There is also the aspect of like, okay, but let's say you're not feeling good, but you're also working from home. Are you capable of doing more than you're doing? Probably, but then it just becomes a question again of like, well, but what, you know? I don't know. It's a balance, and I think it's something that I have to kind of keep on top of myself on sometimes in order to try to not be in bad patterns, but that can go both ways, right? You can simultaneously cut yourself too much slack, but then there's also not enough slack. So I've been, I guess, struggling to navigate that particular path this week. In any case, we did manage to record watching 100 movies last night. So if you want to hear Mike and I discuss a trio of David Lean movies other than Lawrence of Arabia and Bridge on the River Kwai, uh, you should be able to find that video version up now. But I also watched a pair of movies yesterday that were kind of designed to be movies that didn't really require my full 100% brain capacity. Because yesterday I was definitely feeling like I didn't feel that bad, but I was just having this sense of this kind of medicated sense of feeling just slightly out of phase and a little too quick to emotion. Just finding ordinary sorts of little online conversations getting to me more than they should, that sort of thing. So I was trying to take it easy mentally yesterday. So I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Fletch, and I'll take those two in order here. So I saw and liked the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I don't have any particular investment in the characters. Like, I liked the games okay, but was not really obsessed with them as a kid, and so and I'm talking about like the first couple of them. I really have not had any involvement at all with the characters since in all the comics and cartoons and various forms that they've taken. But the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie of this recent crop, it's pretty good, right? It's a kids movie. It's one of those, but it's perfectly serviceable. I was kind of surprised that the second one feels a fair amount more chaotic. It's just got a lot going on, but it's all relatively well entertaining all the way along. I mean, there are long sections of that movie that seem devoted entirely to a subplot about Sonic's friend's sister's wedding. that literally Sonic's not even like involved with those scenes. It's not merely not about him, but he's not even participant. Um, but that said, that doesn't make those bad scenes. It just makes it feel like they needed another half hour of this movie, huh? But there's plenty to like in the movie. I don't think it's an especially challenging movie for adults, but if you care anything about those characters or just feel in the mood to watch a bunch of chaotic action with Jim Carrey doing his thing, yeah, it's good. I liked it. And then there's Fletch, which is one of those sort of classic comedies, which I kind of tempted to put classic in scare quotes, that I had kind of always heard people talk about, um, but had never actually really watched. And it felt bizarre watching it because even as someone who has on multiple occasions really liked Chevy Chase on screen, I was surprised to find one of his iconic roles pretty uninteresting and that it's his fault. Um, Fletch is not a bad movie. But weirdly, I just felt like Chevy Chase is the worst thing in it. It's got a fairly interesting mystery story. It's based on a book. The story is good. Like the mystery of it is good, and I don't know how much of the various wisecracks that he's making are from the book and how much are just Chevy Chase riffing. So, like, maybe he gets credit for a lot of the dialogue, which is often pretty good, but he is just so low energy for most of this movie. And he just no sells almost all of his jokes to the point where, like, literally, if you're only half paying attention to this movie, you would just miss a whole bunch of the jokes because there's just no effort put into any of them. It's just like, I don't know, what am I going to be dinner first? Ugh. And I don't know. I mean, there's some scenes where he's actually seems a little bit more emotionally involved. Where yeah, it's like okay, that works, and I like the overall story. But just like a lot of these classic scenes that I feel like I had heard about, I'm like, that's the scene, that's the one that everyone was talking about because like there's lots of jokes in it that I feel like, oh, I've heard references to this joke many times, but this is the one. This is the original. I don't know. Maybe it's I guess it's a sign that comedy evolves, but I just like his performance of a lot of those bits is just so deadpan and laconic that it just like it just I really wasn't a fan. I just felt like, gosh, if we could just take your volume knob and it's just turn it up a few notches so it feels like you're actually paying attention to your own movie. Like that's yeah. So I was kind of surprised to feel that way, but there you go. Oh, have I really been going that long? All right, so I'm gonna leave it there, I guess. But I guess you wanted my takes on Sonic the Hedgehog and 2 and Fletch, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed.